Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn. There has been an update to the game which very typically adds things. Just after we finished our aqueduct, they've added the ability to make tunnels, which is typical, which is absolutely typical. We mined the whole thing out, blew the whole thing out, put the stuff in there, started building around it, and I said I wanted to rebuild the mountain around it to make it look like a tunnel, and now we can do that just easily. So yeah, that was annoying. But the other thing this brings is kind of a problem. You see, previously we were putting dirt on top of things because it prevented you from destroying stuff by mistake. That's no longer the case. Even if there's dirt on top, you can accidentally destroy lots of stuff. So that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So I decided to make a change. The aqueduct was covered in dirt. It's now made of levees. And the reason behind that is because the same thing with the towers. I've changed this tower up here. It's not been built yet, but I've changed this tower up here. I wanted it to look more industrial, like it was built rather than just out of the landscape. If I was going to do it with the landscape, I would have done it very differently. You can now do overhangs and stuff with dirt and things. So, for instance, you can, well, like here, for instance, we don't even need dirt on, don't even need supports on the side here because we can overhang with dirt up to 3 tiles out. So, see right here, we can no supports underneath that, that's fine. You can go 3 tiles out, so you can now go like up and then out 3 and then up and then out 3 and up and then out 3. So you can build arches and stuff like that as well. If that was, I would have built this. I would have built this up in the sky. I'd have made this taller, and I would have built a natural like arch aqueduct that comes over to here, out of dirt. And said the folktales engineered it because that's what the folktales do. But we already had this in place, and I just yeah. Oh, why is that? I must have just unpaused that actually. There was a comment on the previous episode about turning off this guy because we've got stupid amounts of science, and then using the power to make more planks and stuff. I did that. I paused it. I don't know why I've just unpaused it. What's it do? Oh, I think because the planks were full. So yeah. So the planks are. Planks are no longer full. That's interesting. So yeah, our planks. Yeah, we've. So I'll unpause that again there. So I'll pause that to let the power go into the plank manufacturer, so the planks can work there. Another change has been this here. You'll notice one of our underground storages is freaking out because it's got too many metal blocks in it. They only store 1,000 now, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So we've got these are 1,200. So the larger warehouses are now bigger than the underground storages, the underground piles. But the piles are not storages. The piles are these guys. The piles. So we go 180 to 1,000, which yeah, yeah. I'm surprised the large warehouses haven't come down to 1,000 as well to make them all in line. And then these should go up to 200, and then you got 200, 1,000, 200, 1,000. That would just make more sense. So, but yeah. I'm also building a staircase up to here because, as you've just seen, I have changed the design of this once again. Again, comments last episode, the posts were a bit weak, so I've strengthened them, but now you still got this bit here, which I can't do much about. I can't do anything about it. You can't, unfortunately, put levees on the side of things unlike you can with dirt. I could have built this out of dirt, done dirt towers up, and then stuff around it, but no, I want it to look like it was built, like they made it, you know, not a thing like they just did. No, I want it to look like they made it. So that's what I've done there. That's what I've done. So it now looks industrial, and this is something we've made. It's no longer like a natural thing. It is something we have physically made. So yeah, all we need to do is tower up here all the way to the top, and then have water go this way and this way. Also need to, this is wrong, hold on, because I need to do that's better, so 3 there, audit, okay, and we have a drought started. So there's a few things I want to do during this drought. A couple of very important things I want to do during this round. Put a foam build floor in there. There we go. Inside here we have the whole standard. It's made of solid. Then we've got one pulls in. It's fine. Seals that. I had to put those in there because of the overhangs. The overhangs obviously have a space underneath them, so we need to seal that off. So that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to pause there for a moment because there's something I want to do. If we come over here, we want to finish this off. So I built this here, and this has been flooding. This has been flooding down to here. You probably just saw that. It's been flooding down to here. It's been, yeah, because I messed up and didn't realise what I was doing here. But that's okay. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to detonate this here. And watch it go kaboom. Here we go. I didn't need to detonate this here. We could have put panels into this. We could have done tunneling things, but the explosives were already here before the update came out. So, so all I've done is change this, and it wasn't difficult to do. Just a lot of planks. That was it. So, yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to do platforms inside here, like this. Dirt on top. Not platforms there. No, not platforms there. These are going to be sluices, aren't they? Yep, that's in the floor. Down. Sluice. Like that. And then we put, I'm going to put dirt on top of this one on this side here. The same as I've done dirt here up to here. Because I'd like to rebuild the mountain to make the mountain look like it's just a mountain again. And then we just have this that comes out of it. Down the side. So, yeah. So we'll put dirt back on top of it. Yeah. Down. One more layer. There you go. Boom. And then these guys. So these ones are. Oh. Oops. I made a mistake. There. Make that high priority. There should be a sluice there. There should be a sluice there. There is not. So yeah, these sluices are going to open. So they will close above contamination of 5%. But they will close, and then these ones will. They're just going to let water pour out all the time. And these ones will close when contamination is below 5%. So, but these ones will close when bad tide comes along, and these ones will close when good tides are, and these ones will close when bad tide comes along. So, okie dokie, that's what I want to do. I might adjust these slightly and have them open for a while here, because I'd also like to blow this up here on the end and get the water flowing through here. We don't want it coming to the end here really yet, because it will just come up and pour out this spout here, which is not ideal, because it will start flooding things. So we could do that and just let it completely flood this area down here and then put our crops in and stuff, but that doesn't really matter. We are still building this. Is this nearly done? Yeah, this is nearly done. Awesome. Okay. I just put this all the way to the top because we still need to get up here somehow in order to build this. So yeah, and I want to build the tower here. It's going to be one way, so it's going to be a 3x3 all the way to the top, and it's going to have one side, one the other side, and so on and so forth. Should be fine. Should be fine here, and this will connect fine here. I think this looks like a better tower. It looks a bit more tower-ish. So yeah, and we can use the overhanging dirt there just to do the thing. So yeah. Yeah, cool. We can also overhang dirt on the side now just a little bit if we wanted to have a little bit more space as well. So we have that option. Okay, so let's detonate this one. Pop. Let's get rid of that there. Let's put a sluice in there. Update that. Put a sluice in here. Facing that way. Then put some dirt back on top. So, and I said I want to. This is going to be sealed off here, so this will be fine here. So yeah, yeah, we'll seal this off here, and then we'll try and build the mountain back on top of it, so you wouldn't even know it's in there. This just comes out here. If I could have had this open so it would just flow the water down, then I would have, which we could have done had we built one up high enough. If it was up to this height here, we could have potentially done that. We could have had it come along, and then then we need a reservoir, so that wouldn't particularly work either, really. But to be honest with you, the way our droughts are, the only reason this ever dries up is because we're pumping out of it. So this never dries up. So I feel like if we'd just done an aqueduct along and then split it into these two, these would have stayed wet all the time. They would have dropped down during the droughts because we're playing on easy. We don't get long droughts, so these channels here would have dropped down, but they would have stayed wet all the time. We would have to probably put our pumps in the aqueduct and just pump the water out of it. Maybe make it like 2 deep. Maybe make the aqueduct like 2 deep. I'm talking myself into changing this all up again, aren't I? And building an aqueduct. I really should stop doing that. Yeah. One thing I haven't done at all is figured out how we're going to pump stuff out of this. I haven't figured out how to pump water out of this at all. Because it's going to be a sealed pipe all the way to the top and then all the way into these. It's kind of going to be sealed all the way, so it pressurizes this essentially. And I don't want to pump out of it. I don't want to put a pump on top because, well, one, we can't because it's too high, but two, then the water will pour out the top and although I could set this sluice here to be a certain height, and then it would stop the pump for it, so we could have these open topped. But even if I did that, I'm not sure. Can it be built at this height? And then if even if I did that and I put the pump in there, no, it's too high. So we have to bring the tower down by one. And do I want to pump out? We'd only pump out the top 2 layers though. If we did, it would be the top 2 layers. It wouldn't be any more. I could always come up this here and have another. Its own little. We could build a reservoir here, which is for a pump. I think that's what I was going to do, wasn't it? So this tower is going to be here. The pipe here will feed through it. Feed left, right, and forward. And then the forward one is where we pump the water out. I think that's the way we'll go. Let's do that instead. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the beavers are beaving this. The beavers are beaving this. They're beaving this. They got this. They can beav it all day long because they're beavers. That's what they do. Let's get rid of those. Up the grab on those. There we go. Okay, so let's build that and then let's blow this up. And in fact, we can blow this up right now. Let's blow this up right now. Pop. There we go. Put on. And water's going to pour down. It's not going to do anything because there's not enough water in here. I had to build it this sort of way because we've got to put overhangs like this. We've got to build it with overhangs. I could have put it the other way and build overhangs that side, but I didn't. I did it this way because I did. It's just how I did it. And then we could put dirt on top of here, I suppose. Let's put dirt on top of there, like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to make. Build those 3, then build the ones in front of it because otherwise you're not going to have enough. Yeah, and then we'll have to rebuild and contour the mountain into this to make it look realistic. So yeah, okie dokie. So there is that. That'll be fine. I can't build the tower yet because I can't get around this. I need to build a thing here to get around it. I've just realised this is I need to do this because we're going to have a tower here. We're going to have a levee tower here, like this, going up, which means I need to get rid of these 3 bits of road so that we can build the levee tower. And they can build it from this. I think every floor they can get access to the top of it. They might get stranded, but I don't think so. I don't think they will. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to do this. I'm going to build this levee tower going on here. Oh, can we build those first, please? Thank you. Yeah, we're going to build the tower there. So if I do this and then make that a higher priority. I could just build on top and get on top of it. We want to go up on top anyway to do stuff, but it's fine. So, yeah, so let's do that. We've got no planks here either. Yeah, see, this dries out because we're pumping out of it, but this never does. This never dries out, so this is good. So, okie dokie. So let's do this. Let's get our tower done. Remove the road here. And we'll build this and we'll come back once it is constructed. That tall? No, that's too tall. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Right. Okay. We shall be right back. Okay, the tower isn't done, but the drought has ended. So let's have a quick nosy nose here and stuff, shall we? Let's see how this goes. So this is going to come down here, and this should pour down here. This is going to flood down the friend. This is fine. This is fine. We're not too fussed about the flooding for the moment. I just want to test that we don't have any leaks. That's the main thing. We're going to run a quick test net. We can always close the sluices and open the other ones and let the water just divert around. Not a problem. It looks good so far. There shouldn't be any leaks. Shouldn't be any leaks at all, but you know, we just want to test. We just want to test. So if I go up another layer, so this is now sealed off there. So you see this is filling in here. Yeah, the pipe will completely fill. Here it comes. Pop, and now the pipe is pressurized. So if we go up a layer, or it's going to, yeah, you see, look at that. That's filling very, very quickly. Pause. Up another layer, and then it's going to start flooding out. Oh, we've already built a little bit around here, so that's fine. So yeah, so that's going to start flooding out there. So that's awesome. So that does indeed work. Excellent. But what I can do is I can come down here and I can leave all your settings alone, and I can just literally change you to be closed and change you to be open. All the settings will stay the same, and it'll just let the water pour this way instead. So that's fine. It's still pouring out this way. Why is it still pouring out this way? Because this has not been built yet, which is fine. It will be. So yeah, I wonder if that would overflow that way before this overflowed. Nope, it did not. It did not. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit of water overflowing here. That's fine. That's fine. The beavers don't mind a bit of water. The beavers don't mind. That'll be okay. Then, as I said, the water will now pour down here and not come this way. So it will see. And you see, this is telling me that there is water level here. We are higher than the water level. So this is completely, the pipe is completely saturated. But it will eventually drop down. But it's going to take a little while because it's a steel pipe, so it's going to take a little while here. So not that it makes any difference. I think the evaporation level is the same whether it's a sealed pipe or unsealed. So okay. Oh. Okay. Let's build this. Okay, the pipe still isn't done, but a realization has dawned on me. I need to top this off here. I need to cap this off here, not top it off. I need to cap it off here, if in fact a bit lower than this, because we're going to want a reservoir here, aren't we, for things. I don't want to be too deep, and however wide we want to do it, for our pups to sit in. So, yeah. So we want to have something here, which means I need to cap this off here, and then I need to build a reservoir here. Why have I built this great big staircase? Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so I need to rebuild this staircase, probably on the other side of this here, and then have way come up and down, and we can, yeah, this is not ideal. This is not ideal. I got this wrong. I got this wrong. That's okay. That's okay. We'd have to remove the staircase and then redo it. So, yeah. So let's do this here. However, I am also out of time, unfortunately. So we are going to call this episode here, and we are going to come back in the next one. Nope. Okay. In fact, I'm going to cut this off a bit lower than this because no, we want it to pour into the top, don't we, and then store. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So, yeah. Let's just make these lower than the staircase that we're going to build down there. Or what I should do is just make the staircase really tall. That really my priority. Build the staircase. That's fine. The pipe is sealed. This is done. This is sealed. Everything is awesome over here. Cool. We can continue on with that later. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. We'll get this done, and we'll come back next time when this is all built, and this is built, and we'll figure this out here. So, yeah. But until then, as always, have fun,